Yeah. What's going on, fam? Commander General Yana here. Doing it up Saturday Night Live. Boy, I got a treat for y'all. Yeah, that's what's up. I got a treat for y'all in the building tonight, all the way out of Chi-Town. The Midwest monster of mayhem himself, with his squad in the building. Captain BLACKWATCH, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, General? Listen, you got me feeling like I done made it big, General.
Say, oh, you froze. What happened?
I said you got me feeling like I done made it big, sir.
Man, Israel growing so fast, man. I listened to that. Oh, I'm freezing a little bit too now. Now I don't know about that one. Hold on. Let me get me back. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, General.
Okay. Yeah, man. I mean, Israel been growing like a wildfire, man. Right or wrong? Hold on. Let me hit the minimum on that. That should stop that freeze. Man, Israel been growing like a wildfire, and it's been a big blessing. You know what I mean? Want to say big shout out to Chicago, my main man, the Bob Moff in the house. What's going on, Warrior? Also, of course, I got the killer himself, of Mashak Mayan, holding us down. Big Cap himself. You know what I'm saying? Cap, I need a name for you, Cap. You know what I mean? All the Caribbean, European stuff you doing, I need a name. I gotta get a name for you, man. You know
Most
damn right. And we got Officer Kazakabah. Is that Kazakabah?
Kazakabah is man himself.
What's going on, Kazakabah? Kazakabah, you took a picture this week with some brothers, man. Y'all look like killers, man. Yeah, they look like killers, man. I caught it on the glimpse. You know what I'm saying?
What's up?
Yeah. So General Haas will probably join us later. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was an appropriate night to get Captain BLACKWATCH in here because, of course, Chicago is known for a lot of killing, a lot of murdering, a lot of police conflict, a lot of all that going on, Cap. So it's more appropriate because tonight we're going to hit on a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the spirit that these Edomites is in, and what's happening with these Jake cops also.
Right.
We're starting to lose it a little bit. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a blessing to get your insight on it, bringing these scriptures with the Most High in Christ. And let's just get it in, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right, sir.
Sounds so solid. So you got the ball, Mashak, Cap. Go ahead.
First up, we have we had a story of this. He's a black veteran and a cop. He committed suicide due to the reality of the systemic racism that he's seen in America with the police brutality and stuff like that. His name is Clyde Carey.
This an Edomite.
I think it's a brother. So when he take the hat off, you'll be able to see it a little bit more.
Oh, damn, that's a brother.
Yeah, I think he a brother.
Yeah. Oh, snap. Go ahead.
But as he I guess what he experienced, it started to affect him and the stuff he's seeing, and he took his life. You know what I mean? And it ain't abnormal. I know you did a tape a few months back about how the cops, they have a high rate of suicide, super high rate of suicide that they don't really talk about. So This is a brother who did it. You know what I mean? I'll play a little bit of yes, sir.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, please.
No, I was going to play a little bit of the tape, but you was going to jump in.
No, please, go ahead and pay. He made a tape before he killed himself? Please, let's rock that tape out. Like, this is, and once again, let me tell you this argument. Y'all jump in anytime. Anytime y'all get ready, y'all jump in, of course. Let me tell you something, like, this is, for one, finally, these cops are now realizing what we've been saying for so long. And you know what? It reminds me so much of what y'all brought out last week with Cicely Tyson, how she said that they didn't look at us as human. And that's the same way these cops been trained to look at us.
Right.
They've been trained to look at us as inhumane. And now that they forced to have to look at us as human, now that the issue done got so big that they forced to examine the issue, they realize what kind of cruel, thoughtless animals they've been to the Lord's chosen, man.
God, sir.
God, like I said, y'all jump in anytime y'all get ready. You know what I mean?
If I could, General,
please.
I watched this tape a couple days ago with this same cat that that Captain Mashaka is about to play, and 2 or 3 times in the video, the brother is about to break down in sadness. You know what I'm saying? Because of, you know, as he explained, the injustices that happen to black people that don't get answered for. Which shows his disappointment in a belief that, you know, one day we would all hold hands and that this country really give a damn about us. You know what I'm saying? He clearly about to break down a few times in the video, which you're about to see. And to me, that's the saddest of it all, even before he took his life.
Wow.
As the brother's belief, you know what I'm saying, that in the so-called, you know, America, everybody coming together.
Come. Let's check it out.
All of this nonsense of serving a system that does not give a damn about me or people like me, or just about life in general. And this is my statement. If this isn't something to state that this killing that's going on, especially by the police, and I can't abide by this no more. I'm not having anything to do with this nonsense anymore. Call me what you want, try to discredit me. I have been a stellar deputy in this 5+ years that I've been there. My last eval's been sent, it's copied to somebody. I can't be discredited. Never so much as one write-up for maybe some reports being late. None whatsoever. So it can't be said that you know, I was a shammer or anything like that, or I wasn't pulling my weight. And just for contextual purposes, I just want y'all to understand what I'm coming from. It's my entire life has been in service of other people. And it's just dawned on me that this time, as of now, needs to be seized because we don't really give a damn about us. That is the truth.
He said what? What did he say?
He said it is evident to him now that his entire life has been in service of other people.
Damn.
And you know, he can't take it no more. Listen, sir, if I could, it's the truth, sir, because his entire life was in service of our oppressor.
Yes.
And he through the Christianity and the mark of the beast, he thinks he's serving humanity.
Yes.
And this is the sad result of our people with the mark of the beast. Once again, we ain't got to worry about COVID, sir. Because there ain't no vaccine for this thing that he going through right here.
Right.
Mask, there ain't no vaccine, there's no pill, there's nothing. What he going through here is only the truth. Only the U.P.K, sir, could change his mind, because he doesn't give his life to the oppressor.
Yeah. Damn right. If I could too, General, he also said, and just after what Mashak was bringing out, he also said that it's obvious that they don't give a damn about us.
Damn. Like that is such a wake-up call. And the messed up part is that here's what's so messed up is when he does wake up, he kills himself.
Right.
Like that was the time to start his life for real.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was the time to start his life for real and really move forward. Instead, the brother then took his life, realizing how much evil that he did.
Yes, sir.
And if I could add to what y'all saying, I'm gonna ask y'all to pull this scripture. If you could pull this scripture where the centurion asked Christ to heal him, to heal his servant, and Christ was gonna go with him, and then Christ turned around, and then he turned around and said, "Christ, no, just say the word, for I have men under my command." You got it already? Oh yeah, I know that Kazak Ma, you got him in that room. I know already.
So you got to
read that for me. Go to the part where he asks Christ, and then Christ tell him, Christ goes to go with him. And then he tells Christ, nah, just say the word. Go ahead.
Come on, sir.
It so fits with what we're bringing out right here. And it may not seem like it, but watch how it ties in.
Yes, sir. Come on.
I know you. Go ahead.
Come on, sir. Matthew chapter 8, verse 5. And when Yahushua was entered into Capernaum, there came unto him a centurion, beseeching him, and saying, Lord, my servant lieth at home sick of the
palsy. And a centurion is a soldier. And that's what cops are too, even though they try to make it like they're not. Right. They are soldiers.
Right.
Okay. That's why they got all them weapons, their armament.
Ooh, then freeze there.
Oh, we back. We back. All right. So go ahead. So this centurion went to Christ. Go ahead.
Come, grievously tormented. And Yahushua said unto him, I will come and heal him. The centurion answered and said, Lord, I am not worthy that thou should have come under my roof.
Let me tell you something, this is what every cop was supposed to be taught that goes to church. Right. Every cop that's ever went to church is supposed to have been sat down and taught this scripture right here.
That's right.
That if you working for the Romans as a centurion, that Christ is not worthy to come under. I mean, he's not worthy for Christ to come under your roof. Right. If you're a black cop in America, you ain't worthy for Christ to come under your roof. Right. You're supposed to be more than thankful that anything that Christ do for you, because you are actually a centurion for the people that have oppressed the Lord's chosen people, right or wrong?
Right. Damn right.
So you ain't supposed to have nothing to say. You supposed to be in this mode. Instead, they sit up there and are looked at as special and wonderful when what they're doing in 9 out of 10 cases is some oppressive laws or rules that's designed totally to keep us, totally devastated and wasted away. And let me tell you something too, a little sidebar. Because of the internet, the world is beginning to really understand how and what the world is made up of. You used to be able to keep the poor dumb and stupid.
Right.
And you didn't have to worry about them really seeing what you were doing. But now people are waking up and realizing that the police in these cities was in these cities for one reason only, to oppress blacks and Latinos so that they could keep the status quo going. Yeah, where is the most money made? In the city. Like when people out in the rural areas, farms go bad or they can't make no money or their cattle ain't working, what do? They go get a job in the city, right or wrong?
Right.
Because the city is where all the money is made. Yet blacks and Latinos living in the cities in utter poverty. That ain't no mistake. That's the wealthy and powerful keeping blacks and Latinos suppressed so that they could make all the money.
Damn right.
And now this centurion and any cop is supposed to know you doing this cop job to feed your family. But know and understand you doing this job, you are actually an oppressor for the slave master.
Damn right.
And you're supposed to be considering trying to get up from out of it. That's what these preachers in the churches, man, have done us so dirty that we don't get this lesson out. Go ahead, give me some more if you could.
Sir. But speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed.
Now, this cat was so in the right spirit, which is why the Lord did what he did for him. Because this cat said, just speak the word, and I know my servant would be fine. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 9. For I am a man under authority, having soldiers.
That's heavy. He said, for I am a man under authority. That's what this cop is. Right. He was a man under authority. He was under the authority of the police, the sheriff's department.
Right.
Like he said he had a stellar record, meaning he did whatever it is they told him to do because he was a sheriff. And let me tell you something. I could have imagined the evictions that he done did. The families and babies. That's what the sheriffs do. Sheriffs and sheriff deputies do. Could you imagine how many families he throws in the street every month?
Right.
I went down to the Philadelphia auction. I mentioned this to y'all a couple of times. I went down to the Philadelphia auction out, and I'm sitting in a room that's like a giant ballroom. And they auctioning off literally about 100, 125 black people homes Blacks and Latino homes every single month in this city.
Mm.
And this is going on in all the cities around, and even the little suburbs outside the city where blacks live at.
Right.
They're taking these homes and reselling them and taking them again and reselling them. And that's all done by the sheriff's department.
Yep.
And there's more and more, which is why what we do is so damn important and great.
That's right.
By doing what we do, that allows everybody to see and wake up to see the humanity that's in us and the greatness that's in us.
That's damn right.
And which helps them to see what it is we're saying about their oppressor, which opens their damn eyes. His eyes got open, but he made the dumbest mistake by killing himself in the end.
If I could, General,
jump in, please.
What you bringing out is so heavy. You know, if the brother had a stellar record while he was a police, he also had one, you know, being in the white man's military, of course.
Yep.
And what happened to him is what happened to if you think about all the wars that brothers then went and fought overseas and then came back, World War I, World War II, Vietnam, then came back to America and got treated like criminals.
Mm-hmm.
So he just so happened he came back, joined the white man's police force, and became a criminal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And end up, you know, of course, killing himself. But think about the tons of brothers that came back, fought for their so-called country, came back, got treated like criminals, and you could see why they ended up destroyed and on drugs.
That's right. That's right.
So what you bringing out, General, is extra heavy, so it's a lot.
But Moses on Christ, lucky. Like you saying, that's why so many. I remember this brother. This brother killed himself too, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
Or rather, they burned him in them woods in a shack.
Right.
They burned him to death on the run.
That's right.
And once again, like you saying, like that's how come we got so many brothers that's homeless vets whose lives is destroyed.
Yep.
When they came back from that mess, man.
Come.
Like this brother here made the biggest mistake by taking his life right when he found his life.
That's right. If I could, General,
please jump in.
A lot of these brothers, I got a lot of people in my you know what I'm saying, in my family in the world who served in the military, and they come back telling me all of the horrific things that they've done and how they can't face themselves really. So what they do is they do things is like, you know, to try to take the pain out, like getting tattoos and getting on drugs and stuff like that. And how they really can't face it, and they, you know, they need counsel. You know what I mean? Because what they doing is they've believed and trusted in the system, like you said, and gave their life and everything that they love. They use their hands and all their willpower and strength to bring murder and havoc. And I just only think about under some of the imaginable things that they've had to do for this army, for this white army. It's retarded.
Right, and have to live with every day.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And live with all that was done every day when in the final analysis that them same sheriffs was probably treating him like garbage the whole time.
Yeah, you already know it.
You know, man, to where he just decided I done had enough of this, man. I done had enough. You got more on the tape, or was that?
If I could too, before we go back to the brother, remember the same thing happened to this brother here, where he was, you know, like a rare soldier, you know, a Marine, and he was highly decorated, and he worked for the LAPD. And I think at some point he had a breaking point where, hey, what you're doing to black people is wrong, and they tried to fire him. Yeah, and I think he was married to one of them, you know, the DA's daughter or the state prosecutor's daughter. Yeah, and he started killing everybody because, once again, the mark of the beast, he loved his oppressor so much. He a jilted lover now.
That's right.
I don't love you. No, I have to hurt you. Now I have to, you know, like domestic violence down there.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Drive him to that point, and now he met his death, and they were more than happy to kill him.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you said, he was Salaki. He was just bringing this up a little bit. He was in love with his oppressor.
That's right.
And come to find out, I just want to bring that up a little. And he was in love with his oppressor, and come to find out that he, couldn't live without his oppressor.
Right.
Couldn't live without his oppressor having, without him being accepted by that oppressor. And as a result, look what happened.
Right.
When boy, oh boy, every brother, if and let me tell you something, if they had all been told from young, we know you doing this to make money and to feed your family, but just know this, that what you doing is evil. That would have been enough for them to be tempered and not brainwashed.
Right.
At least they would have known why they was doing it. And instead, they went into it doing it to get a good job, but then turned it into a crusade. Like they had to be the best for the sake of America and the sake of righteousness, all to find out and get treated like garbage later on by the very people that you was trying, that you went and fought and died for.
Absolutely. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You got more on him his video, Mashak? If you
yes,
full heart in the military. After that, got back into law enforcement, and you have no idea how hard it is to put a uniform on in this day and age. With everything that's going on.
You see that? It was easy to put the uniform on as long as he wasn't being called on all the murder and mayhem he was doing to black people and Latinos.
Right.
But it must be real hard to put the uniform on when the truth about what they are and who they are is starts to come out. Now it's hard. Like they love to put that uniform on as long as they was beloved and looked at as great and righteous and heroes, and always given the benefit of the doubt while doing all the dirty things that could be done.
Damn right. If I could, General,
please,
the brother finally realized that, you know, instead of putting on a uniform of righteousness, that he was putting on basically a Ku Klux Klan uniform.
That's right.
He realized that he was putting on a hood and a white sheet and a hood every day as he came to work, and that's one of the reasons that drove him out of his mind.
That's right.
He realized that he was a part of an oppressive system that was killing his own people. He said in the video, and the brother's so sad. And if you listen real close to him in the video, his voice cracked a few times because he wanted to break down and cry. And it's really sad, you know what I mean? But big up to you, Commander GEN.YAHANNA, of course, you know what I'm saying, for providing a military, you know what I mean, for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians to be a part of, so we don't go insane. And so we don't commit suicide, you know what I'm saying, once we realize that so-called dream MLK had is some bull crap. You understand? Lock it, John.
Damn right. Through the grace and mercy of the Most High, you know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Like that shit is crazy. It's absolutely crazy what your mind will be like if you don't know the reality. It's like you know what it's like? It's like you living it's weird. You know why it's so weird? Because it's like white people is caught up into the QAnon and into the conspiracies, and they all caught up into that, believing that's real.
Right.
And unfortunately, really fortunately, Black people and Latino people are really waking up to the real world they've been in.
That's right. Damn right.
The whole time, both been in the wrong world. Esau was in the real world. We was in fantasy world.
Right.
Now we waking up to the real world, and Esau going in the fantasy world.
Damn right.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Look, General, if I could,
please jump
piggyback on what Captain Marquardt and yourself was saying. It's almost as if he wasn't black or white. It's almost as if he was just blue. Yeah. He started seeing that blue was really red. He didn't know what to do with himself. He was stuck somewhere mentally where it was hard to come up out of. And I've seen so many times the power of the Most High and Christ and all the things that you do in his great work to show brothers how to actually be there for him. What this brother really needed was some counseling. You understand? Yeah. What he really needed was some direction, and nobody was there to give it to him. In his case, and it's horrible because we put it out there so much.
Yes, we do.
Sure a lot of these people, man, they walk by us, they know who we are, and we're not gonna stop doing it. But it's unfortunate that we got to lose brothers like this because he's living in the blue.
Listen, you so right. But thanks be to the Most High. So many brothers and sisters is coming up. And the water too for the kind words. Through the grace and mercy of Yahweh, we able to do so much. But I did notice something about this brother's statement that made me more understand why, or I could see how the Most High could decide to not take him. I hate to say it, but here's what he said. He said, you don't know how hard it is to put on a uniform with all that's going on. He don't know this, but that was an extremely evil statement to make.
That's right. That's right, sir.
That was an extremely evil. In other words, it wasn't hard to put the uniform on before you got exposed to who you are. Right. And even the fact that you saying it's hard to put the uniform on because of what's going on means you blaming it on all the stir up that's going on. Right. You ain't blaming it on the evil actions that you was taking. Right. You understand? You blaming it. You blaming it on you know the times. And damn near okay. And I don't know this. I wasn't in his mind, but it damn near makes me wonder now. Was his suicide a protest against the evil that's being done to blacks? Or was his suicide a protest to what was to the fact that people were stirring up and bringing all the dirt on the carpet? Right. Was that a y'all treating us so bad and all this stirring up and all this, so I'm out, boom, and blow his brains out? Right. Or was it, I can't believe what we've been doing and now it's coming out, and the very people who we've been, you know, standing up for, come to find out they really the ones oppressing me. Right. Boom. Now that second one would have been righteous. Right. First, not righteous to kill himself. That was dumb all the way around. Right. But the second one would have been a righteous motivation. The first one was an evil motivation, and it's sounding, I don't know for sure, but it's sounding like the first one is what he was bothered by. Right. Right or wrong? It's like if I could also like what you're saying so right, where he's saying it's so hard to put the uniform on, and damn near, you know, the average person would feel sorry for him and be like, yeah, cops be under pressure. But now if you could identify with that and not wonder why us as Black and Hispanic and Native people, we lead a life that is so nigh unto suicide. Like they look at us and be like, well, why Black people do that? Why Black people do this? Why Black people function the way they function? Why we live so much on the edge? If he feel to commit suicide after working in a paid job with the whole support of all the colors of America on his back, what do you expect for us waking up every day in the ghetto, in the barrio, on the reservation, under pressure? Right. You know I mean, in a skin we can't take off. Yeah, and nobody's sorry for us. And you wonder now why we live so close to a suicidal lifestyle. Right. You know what I mean? Like you were so right to say he is an evil statement. Salaki, so your mic muted, sir. Salaki. No, I muted it on purpose. Salaki. Like, damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. Let me hear a little more before we roll out on this brother. Wait. You want to go to the script? No, you want to finish the scripture? Or you want
come on. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Come on. Verse 9, for I am a man under authority, having soldiers under me. And I say to this man, go, and he goeth, and to another, come, and he cometh. Now listen to this good, huh? This is his explanation for why he's not worthy for Christ to be under his command. Like we are so far from being awake as we was during the time of Christ. Like we don't know that they turned us out into stupid robots. Like this centurion that Christ is talking to, this centurion is saying, listen, you ain't worthy to come under my roof. I'm not worthy for you to be up under my roof because I'm a man under authority and I tell other men, go and do this, and they go and do it. Meaning he's saying, man, I'm not a righteous dude. I'm a centurion. I'm a wicked dude. Right. I got wicked cats over me telling me what to do, and I got younger cats under me who I obviously care about. That's why he coming to Christ, because he care about his servant. But these cats is under me, and I tell them to go, and they got to go kill somebody, take somebody down, throw somebody out the house. They under my authority, and I got to do it because I'm under somebody else's authority. You understand? Right. So, meaning he know that shit is wicked. Right. Which is what a cop is supposed to know. A black cop is supposed to know that. Right. A black cop is supposed to know that. Right. He's supposed to know that shit is evil. That this system is, but he's so ignorant to it, he think he's supposed to be loved. when that centurion knew he ain't supposed to be loved. Right. He know he ain't supposed to be blessed by Christ. Right. He know he ain't supposed to be.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like once again, the scriptures are the Bible is so much meat in the Bible that we missing every day, sitting up there listening to these bootleg Negroes in these churches, man.
Right.
Like they wasting so much educational time for the Lord's chosen people. They wasting so much energy.
Right.
It could be used to just them few verses you read and just explain the entire mindset a cop is supposed to be in.
Come.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Is it more in that scripture or are we done?
Come on, sir. Just a little bit, sir.
Go ahead.
And to my servant, do this, and he doeth it. That's the end, sir.
Yeah, he's saying, look, man, I'm not worthy for you to come onto my roof, man. That was so heavy, but this brother ain't understanding. And we don't understand it because, of course, there's nobody teaching it. What we teaching, nobody on the planet is teaching.
That's right.
The draw to Christianity, which is the mark of the beast, is so strong. It's so strong that even fake Israelites is becoming Christians.
Come on.
Yeah. It's such a strong pull. You understand? Muslim factions is starting to sound like Christians.
Damn right.
Even though they worshiping Allah and they got the Quran there, but they sounding all inclusive, full of love.
That's right.
For everybody. It's like that is the demon and the mark of the beast that's drawing everybody in. Give up your Israelite culture, give up your identity, give up your Hebrew language, put down the Lashawan Quadash, get rid of all this, take off the shield of David, make your fringes small and feminine and acceptable by Esau, so you can not look menacing, right, or not look like you standing on something strong. Right. That's the vibe and the spirit in this place, and that is the mark of the beast. Damn right. And that is what is not being taught to cats like this brother in church. Mm-hmm. And like the Balma brought out, there's a cat. This cat could have been delivered. This cat could have been, you know what I mean? But he's a total mess. I could imagine what he done did. Let's get some more of y'all, unless y'all jumping in. Get some more.
No, you got it, sir.
For what?
Yeah. And listen, y'all would trust me to safeguard your little ones, your small ones, your thing that's most precious to y'all, and I did that well. Y'all trust me with that. I've had security clearance in the military. That's verifiable. If I was untrustworthy, if I was a threat, would they let me guard the U.S. Embassy in Kabul?
Sadaki,
go ahead. I know where you're going, Michelle.
Listen, he ain't boasting about guarding Trayvon Martin or Eric Garner or Kai Gurley. He boasting about guarding the people who don't need guarding.
Yes.
Right. Amber alert.
You know what I mean? Exactly. Like you guard the embassy. Them kids don't need no goddamn protection.
Right. Right.
Like they're in an embassy, man. A war will break out if one of them kids go missing.
Damn right.
Like the marketing, this Christianity is a hell of a drug. It's a hell of a drug.
You so right, because okay, if I could, it's worse than I thought. Salakia. It's worse than I thought. Look, the sheer fact that he's saying, look, you trust me to guard your little one. I got security clearances. In other words, he's saying, why are you hating me? Right. Why are you calling me on the stuff I do to black people? Why aren't you trusting me and loving me? And why are you treating me like I'm a menace when I go all out for you? He have no clue that he's a menace to blacks and Latinos. He have no clue that he's a hired oppressor of blacks and Latinos.
Right.
No idea that he's employed in the office of oppression. He has no clue that that's what's going on. Instead, he is bewildered at the fact that he went through all of that in the military, in the police force, got clearances, was totally trustworthy by the United States government. He is bewildered that he's not treated with love from the average citizen on the street.
You're right.
Amazing.
Come on, cousin.
Amazing. Huh? You got more?
Come.
I did. I trained Iraqi police, Afghan national police, and that's not it. But I wouldn't have been put in a position of that if they thought I was a threat. But that has allowed me to see the inner working of things. And this is a demonic system, and it's not anything I can continue to serve and want to be a part of.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. He giving some reprieve. Okay. Okay.
This is not right. This is no form of justice. What's going on next? Both of them? Shot in his own apartment. How that work?
Right.
How does that work? Chilling on his couch. I don't give a damn if he had weed in the apartment. You're going to execute somebody for that? Oh, no, y'all are good for that. You break up families for a plan. This war on drugs and this nonsense. But now it's starting to get legal because big pharmaceutical companies stand to make billions off of it, and they paid off the lobbyists, who in turn have started ushering the way it needs to go for them. The countless people who are doing time behind that. How do you even make amends?
He's coming right now. I was hoping he'd get here. He getting there. Now you know what I'm saying? I thought it was a different thing, but maybe not.
So like he had to clear it with Esau first. He had to make sure Esau know. Listen, I'm sorry about you first.
Before I call your whole system demonic,
exactly.
Let me first say to you, I've loved you. And our marriage was amazing. But you just a wicked bad. Damn. Go ahead.
GEN.YAHANNA? This shit's not right. I'm telling you, it's not. If this feels right to you as a person, then something is wrong with you. This is the furthest thing from right. This is the manner of wickedness that I bring. And you're getting away with it. When is enough going to be enough for people? Huh? Seriously. Y'all are radicalizing people, and then when they buck and they want to go against the system because it's not for them, you come down on them with a hammer. I can't. I don't understand this. I do not understand this. It's getting to the point now. Let me tell y'all something. Again, I'm gonna go back into it. I'm gonna be wrapping up pretty soon. None of this is happenstance. You understand me? None of this is happenstance at all. If you think it's possible that all of this is happenstance with everything that's happened in this immediate area, no. Hillary, I don't know all the inner workings of that, but between that and just, man. Listen, I understand we have a tough job, but we signed up for this. We need help.
Salaki, so if I could, sir, like, okay, I still have a problem with him. Salaki,
come on with it.
because okay, he talked about both GEN, who was a good Negro,
right,
to America. Trayvon Martin was a pest. Eric Garner was selling cigarettes. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at who he is, who he highlighted, he didn't highlight all of us.
Right.
He highlight the ones who Massa would love and would love Massa. Not to discredit both GEN's murder from Eric Garner, but just for you, even in his mind, like that's the most tragic one. It's tragic, but you know, Philando Castile, Eric Garner, come on, they got killed on camera.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Children have to watch them, their father say, I can't breathe and take his last breath. I mean, George Floyd, come on.
Yeah.
Floyd screamed for his mother.
Yeah.
But both GEN is the only one you're gonna talk about.
Right.
Very true.
You know what I mean? Like he highlight the one where, well, okay, everybody gonna agree. You know what I mean? It's damn near like there's no sympathy for the ones of us who are oppressed and crazy and doing all kind of suicidal things, like how he feels now. He's sorry for him, but he's not sorry for the ones of us who live in something we can't take off, that live in suicidal.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I could, sir.
Go ahead,
I mean, what the Captain Mashak is saying, it just brings me back to that time when we was on Vice and y'all went to that range, and then the owner was like, "Oh, they cool. Oh, those guys, they're good. They're good. Like we're the good ones." You know what I'm saying? It's like just the mindset that they had. Like he got that mindset when we in Chicago every day, and nobody cares about these kids out here who's murdering and going crazy. And those aren't the good ones.
Right. True.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Come on, you don't get some more, sir?
Y'all want to go a little more?
Yes, sir.
We get a little more of him.
We deal with the bottom rung of society. It does not give us excuse to just do whatever we want, and that's what we're doing, and we're not being held accountable. And it's just allowed. Not per se in the environment that I'm in, because I don't do normal police work anymore, but I've done it. Look, I was on duty the night Middlebrook got killed. That's hard enough to process when you hear that call come out. I was posted up in front of Troop I, setting up a perimeter, and then they called me. Went back to my normal zone, which was south, Youngsville Highway, see the vehicles going by, about to make that notification. Get another call, another murder. All the stuff that took place tonight, the guys who were south of me, we got a letter of recognition because we did our job. That was just one night for us.
God, yeah.
Police officers need mental health, because you can't tell me what happened in Milwaukee. That should have been caught. The dude was like an automaton. He just didn't have any. It was just completely apathetic. That should have got caught.
So, John, you see what I'm saying?
Okay,
he said, if I could,
go ahead.
He's saying whatever happened in Milwaukee, it should have been caught because the cop needed help. The cop was mentally unstable.
What happened in Milwaukee? What is he talking about?
Apparently, it had to be a police killing. I was thinking it was George Floyd, but George Floyd was Minnesota.
If I could, he talking about the one where the young boy got shot in his back 7 times.
Oh yeah.
Jacob Blake.
Yeah.
Right. So he's saying the police needed help because the cop was off his rockers. Like that police need help?
Right.
What the hell is you see what I'm saying? Okay, I hear what he's saying, but Negro, I can't rock with you a little bit. Like so Jacob Blake's sons, who was in that seat, hearing that clip empty, they don't need no help.
Right.
You gotta watch that tape. They don't need no help. But these murderous cops, they need help.
Right.
I could help them if you wanted. I could help them. They all need to make a tape like he made.
Yeah.
If I could, General, that's why the education that we get in the I.S.U.P.K is so thorough and important, because the scriptures say that the wicked have been estranged from the womb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if this brother, if he had any understanding about the white man and who he served amongst, he would know that this man is stuck in his ways. He can't be helped. You know what I'm saying? Basically the police that police our neighborhoods are psychopaths, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one thing about a brother or sister having the mark of the beast. They believe that these white people can be cured, or that they can have sympathy on blacks and Hispanics when they are incapable of doing that. And that brother he don't understand that.
Come. True. It's crazy.
Let me
get some more on this.
That is a failure of leadership. And it's a systemic thing. So look at it like this. He was the senior most person there. Okay.
You could leave it there, Mashak. It seemed like he going into the specifics, trying to explain how it was wrong. Brothers and sisters could check that out at home. It's obvious he knows the system, and he knows that they could have done 1,000 things differently. And now finally it's coming out and it's being cleared by cops like him, even though he's off with it as well. But it's obviously becoming clear that they know that this is on purpose strategy for dealing with us.
Right.
All the while they were sitting up there saying you can't make sudden moves. You got to talk. You gotta watch what you say to the cops. You shouldn't run. You shouldn't this. When really, even after you did all of that, you still end up like Philando Castile.
Right.
All of that, they still in a mode of murderous, bloodthirsty killing.
Damn right.
That these animals are in, man.
That's right.
And they have conjured a spirit among them as though that they have to be like a wild animal in the streets.
That's right.
On a man selling Lucy cigarettes.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
They animals, man.
That's right.
Animals. Okay.
Oh God.
Come.
Yes,
yeah, we can move on.
We could rock on. No, we have
that was heavy in itself, hell.
Yeah, that thing right there. You know what I mean? Also, too, you know, okay, he ain't the only one. You know, there was 2 cops in DC killed themselves after the Capitol riots.
Damn, let's pull that.
They killed themselves right after the Capitol riots. You got the story on? All right, let's pull it up real quick there. These 2 cops, one of the first one, he is I think the 2nd district, which is like Northwest DC, Wisconsin Avenue, Massachusetts Avenue up there, and rich old white people money as be. He got the call and he responded.
Okay.
Went down there, you know, got in the fight, got in the melee, and they say he was so depressed after.
Wow.
So depressed after, and he killed himself. And then they say another one killed himself, but they keeping it kind of hush. They ain't saying how they died, what it was. I'm assuming they were brothers, but who the hell knows? But they're suffering. They're suffering with this fall of the empire. Once again, they love the empire.
Yeah.
And the capital gets stormed like that. There's like, nah, this can't be why I'm showing up, you know, to this shift and, you know, on the beat so goddamn hard. This can't be, Lord forbid, but this empire must go on.
And imagine you caught up into the mindset of America, and then you get called to the Capitol, and in your mind, oh my God, they storming the Capitol. And so now you feel like you got to go G.I. Joe on them and get your behind down there. Now you run down there and you get in there with the other cops, and then you get told, don't fire on anybody, no matter what.
That's insanity. That's insanity, says a lot.
God, that'll make your mind snap, because it'll be like, hold up, I'm supposed to deliver the Capitol. But instead, you being told don't do that. Then you gonna want to you're gonna be unstable. Go ahead and read it out.
So you have anything right there? I had the second one. I had that one too. Yeah, go ahead, read it.
Sir. 2nd DC police officer dies by suicide weeks after Capitol riots. Officer Jeff Smith is one of 2 cops to die by suicide due to the aftermath of the riots at the U.S. Capitol. Acting DC Police Chief Robert J. Conti said, a DC police officer who responded to the January 6 riots at the U.S. Capitol died by suicide in the weeks after the events, according to Acting DC Police Chief.
Officer Jeff, you can put us up on the screen. Go ahead. He can read it, but you can put us up. Go ahead.
Okay,
sir. It's one of 2 cops to die by suicide due to the aftermath of the riots at the U.S. Capitol.
And if I could, it shows you how fragile their mentality is. Like that's a very fragile mentality for you to commit suicide after. That means that what they experience is such a 360-degree turn from what they believe they're supposed to be living.
Right.
That it freaks them out and makes them want to kill themselves. Like that is way out there, brother.
Right.
That is way out there. Salaki, go ahead.
Acting DC Police Chief Robert J. Conti announced Smith's death while addressing a closed session of the House Appropriations Committee Tuesday evening. We honor the service and sacrifices of Officers Brian Sicknick, Howard Liebengood, and Jeffrey Smith, and offer condolences to all the grieving families, Conti said. The cost for this insurrection, both human and monetary, will be steep. Conti said 65 DC police officers were injured, ranging from scratches, bruises, eyes burning, and injuries from mace.
This is the acting police chief of in DC. he replacing one they had before called Newsham, Peter Newsham, who, General, if you see this devil, I'm gonna pull up a picture. He looked like he got the KKK hoodie in his back pocket.
Damn.
And under him, sir, I ain't gonna lie, under him, they brought in every white boy from Nebraska and Dakota and was wreaking havoc in DC. And they wanted to know how they would stop this sort of, underlying racism in the police ranks.
Now, just so I understand, this was in the police ranks, not the Capitol Police.
This was the regular DC PD ranks.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And he resigned surprisingly about 2 months ago and went and take up a police job in Maryland right outside of DC just before the riots happened all of a sudden.
Damn.
And they put this brother here now to clean up. Once it's mess to clean up in America, put the Negro face.
That's it. They put him in charge so he can deal with the mess. Meanwhile, it was created by that white supremacist that they had in the seat before that. And if I could, once again, that's why it's so. They said the Capitol Police was so racist that the black cops was protesting at the Capitol because of how much racism they was experiencing. And you got all them Democrats sitting in there in all them powerful seats. And they couldn't do a damn thing about the very Capitol Police.
Right.
It's a damn joke, huh?
I don't know if you remember, we were just talking about that like 2 weeks ago. How the police in DC had put in, I think it was like maybe 300 and something requests against their own department for racism.
That's right.
We were just talking about that.
They had like 300 complaints.
Now, if I could, sir. The police that committed suicide were these Jakes? We
don't know. They haven't released their picture. Is that correct, Mashak?
Nah, so there ain't no picture. I ain't seen no picture yet. I'm gonna keep looking. They're kind of keeping everything hush. They're not even telling you how they died.
Mm-hmm.
But this one here, he was the chief of the Capitol Police, and he resigned.
Okay.
After the riots, and that's when they bring in we ain't sure if she a sister, but they bring in let's say the black woman. Brought in the black woman after. Once again, I'm gonna show you her. They brought in her. She's the one who apologized to Congress.
Imagine that.
Said how she was trying to tell them we need help, but she said she couldn't get no damn help from nobody
because nobody gave a damn.
Right.
You know what I mean? Including the one she was sitting in front of asking for help.
Right.
You know what I mean? They been, like you a congressperson up on Capitol Hill and black cops is talking about we having trouble up here with this white supremacy. And if you ain't got enough power to do nothing, then what the hell is the point?
Right.
The hell is the point?
Right.
General. When she got to go apologize and beg and bow,
right,
and kiss ass and everything to make them feel good, when really they the ones that should be being fired.
Right.
They the ones that should be being told, y'all let this shit happen. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Kind of.
Like this place, they let this thing go on unchallenged until now. And which is why we should wake up so bad. So bad. Give me some more. Is there more on that story?
Sir. Back on January 10th, U.S. Capitol Police said Officer Howard Liebengood, 51, also died by suicide days after the riots.
Days after the riots. That sounds like the so-called Jew or something, or Irishman.
I think they're both devils, sir. I think they're all devils.
Boy, I tell you, boy, I wish I could go in the fourth dimension and just sit there and talk to them for a minute to know what brought you to kill yourself. Like I would love to know what it was that was in their mind that made them say, I'm checking out. Was it the fact that y'all got so mishandled? Was it a feeling like America was over? Did you comply? Were you assisting the cops in assisting the rioters? And so you realized that you were a part of the rioters?
Right.
By assisting them? Or was it a hit? made to look like a suicide. You know, I look at all angles. Make me wonder, like, what was it? Was y'all, you know what I'm saying? Was y'all the patsies? Did y'all go in there and do things you wasn't supposed to do? And they came back and knocked y'all off afterwards, so you would never tell what it is that you did?
Right.
Or what was it that made them do what they did? Because I can't formulate the thought in my mind that they did this out of you know, sadness for what happened to us.
Right.
I just can't see that.
No.
You understand? Or did they do it because they were under the illusion that now that Trump lost, now that the Capitol got repelled, that now the world is over? Because that's what QAnons is believing.
Right.
The QAnons, brother, they about to pop back with whatever they coming back with. It's gonna be hell on wheels.
Right.
When they bounce back.
That's right.
Gentlemen, I pray they was listening to one of our tapes, cursing us out, planning to lock us up. Because we was right about the kingdom falling.
You know,
I pray it's that.
God, that would be nice. God.
It's Salakia, sir.
Jump
it almost seems as if they trying to find another reason to say that they fear for their life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Right, now they gonna say, "Oh, we fear for our life because what happened in this." Give them more reason to pull their gun, and because they couldn't pull it on this one, it's like, all right, well, life ain't. It's like they thirst for blood wasn't satisfied. They needed to kill something.
Right. Damn. So now we gotta find something.
Kind of one kind.
I think it was Mashak telling them that the world was gonna end. Since they're down there in DC.
I wish. I hope so. Yeah. Listen, they probably found a tape of Commander GEN.YAHANNA with them Christians on their knees saying, "Over for you." But I have to check out.
God, like for sure, them QAnons was acting like if they didn't take this Capitol back, that it was going to be the end of the United States.
Right.
Right.
And listen, and I hate to be conspiratorial, but 70 million Edomites, these Edomites usually know what they people doing. That's been my experience.
Yeah.
My experience with these Edomites is they know what they people doing, which is why they start beefing.
Right.
I couldn't understand what the hell they were tripping about.
Right.
But for some reason, they was mad enough to storm that damn Capitol.
Yeah, right.
Feeling like America was gone. Trump was for sure telling them that.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
right.
And this says a lot about their kingdom, man, that how well divided they are. That's how divided cannot stand.
Damn right.
Here is such a moratorium on what's going to happen with them. And let me tell you, if I could piggyback on this with the case before we get to the shooting case, if I could piggyback on this and slide into the case with the GameStop.
Right.
We got to get into that, Mashak. Because y'all got a story on that?
Sir.
Let's pull that, because that GameStop was another step in that same that what happened with GameStop was exactly what happened at the Capitol on a different level. Like these Edomites are waking up to the idea that they were put into slavery as well. And they have not realized. They didn't realize it, Mashak. They did not realize that they were put into slavery also.
Listen,
go ahead, jump in.
I was just going to say, if I could, it's a lock in. It's so heavy you say that. The last camp we had out there, it was just after the riots. Remember, the devil came up to the camp. When he first said he was Cherokee and all that type of stuff, devil came up to the camp. He said, "Yeah, I'm one of y'all. I'm Cherokee. We brothers." And then he said, "We have to realize we are the slaves." Yeah. So I said, if we the slaves, who the slave masters? He said, "The big corporations, man. We gotta take them over." I was like,
see that? Like they realized that they done been put into slavery under Jeff Bezos and them too.
Right.
So now they ready to go QAnon nuts and try to overthrow it. So that's why they got together on this Reddit thing.
Right.
They said that Esau lost $5 billion. Them rich Edomites lost $5 billion on this GameStop thing. Took them, brother, to the cleaners. And listen, you should have seen the Edomites was sitting around saying, I don't care if I lose everything. It was worth it to take these bastards down.
Damn.
Brother, they came down, they realized, and once again, that GameStop thing revealed the Lord is so opening up the earth on this place and showing, like, just like the scripture said, make bare the leg. The Lord is making the leg bare.
Right.
For what it is that they've been doing, because that's exactly what they've been doing. They sit up there and think about this for a minute. If you got a multi-billion-dollar corporation and your corporation's job is to bet on companies that are going to fail, and that's how you make millions and billions of dollars, then it is in your best interest to make sure that companies fail.
Right.
So that means if you got billions of dollars, you're going to pay politicians to do things that destroy the country.
Right.
Because the more they destroy the country, the more money you make.
Right.
Like, which is such the spirit of Satan. Like, Satan is so like that. Like, he's the only one that would come up with a way to make a ton of money off of destroying something.
Right.
So he destroy the companies and make billions of dollars on it.
That's right.
Edomites, they did the exact same thing. They raided the Capitol. Then they raided Wall Street.
Right.
The same way, because they got together and ran them stocks up in complete rebellion against them rich Edomites.
Right.
Because, of course, they're finding out that really these bastards don't give a damn about them. And what's really going on is that they were put in slavery too.
Right.
They looking at us. They didn't care as long as we was grinded into nothing.
Nothing, exactly.
Something General Muhammad always brought out, that they feel safe when the cops is shooting us and busting our heads up. They feel like, yeah, man, the cops is on their job.
Right.
When we being dragged out of cars and abused and beat and killed and murdered, they feel like, well, this is necessary.
Right.
Necessary to keep these animals under control, talking about us.
Right.
But then after a while, it seems like they began to realize, wait a minute, while we thinking we doing good, come to find out we ain't doing good.
Right.
Once again, they said the pandemic is what led this, because all these intelligent Edomites who normally is sitting over the top of Jake's as they supervisors and managers are now sitting at home with nothing but time on their hand. Which is a dangerous thing. An Edomite with free time is a dangerous thing. It's an extremely dangerous thing. So they sitting around drinking their cappuccino in the morning, nowhere to go.
Right.
They get on the internet. They got on that internet, brother, and unleashed the kraken of Satan on Wall Street. They literally sat down, got together, conspired with people all around the world to run them stocks up and bury them crackers on Wall Street to the tune of $5 billion. And it was heavy in that. Was so heavy how diabolical Esau is, because you know that they were using the app Robinhood, right? And this app Robinhood is called Robinhood for that reason, meaning it's supposed to be the way for the poor man to rob from the rich to give to the poor. It's supposed to be for you to have a way to make money up against the rich guys.
Right.
So they were using it, and come to find out, the rich guys created the Robin Hood. Listen, they created the Robin Hood, and when all the poor guys were trading on the Robin Hood, they was taking the data and giving it to the rich guys. So they were sitting up there pretending like yeah, man, you a small guy with a few dollars, you're gonna make some money. You're gonna battle up against the rich guy. Meanwhile, when you made your bet, your information went to the rich guys.
Right.
That's crazy.
And so they turned around and just went double diabolical. They said, okay, y'all wicked and evil. We know you Edomites. Well, we Edomites too.
Right.
Show you how it's done. They went and got on that daggone what is it, Reddit? Reddit. And they got on that Reddit and came together and robbed them rich Edomites of their money. This is more proof the empire's fallen.
That's right.
More proof that this thing is like the scripture said, make bare the leg.
Come on,
prepare war. That they are in a tailspin. Right. And listen, all of it could be from the Russians. We don't know.
Right.
This much we know is that these Edomites have finally see that the wealthy in their country have enslaved them the way they enslaved us.
Right.
Which is why, even though they know it's better to wear a mask, it's better to comply, it's better to socially distance, it's better to not be coming out the house with the coronavirus, they feel so violated into being a slave that they're willing to die than to be put into any kind of controlled system.
Yeah, right.
You understand? And in some ways, it's commendable. It's commendable, rather. Right. It's commendable in that they, for the life of them, which once again shows you, not only do they, under any cost, will ever allow themselves to be a slave, but they also feel, for you to know that, for you to know and to feel like these people are putting me in slavery, you must also know how much they've had us in slavery.
That's right. That's
and you said nothing about it.
That's right. That's right.
You was unconcerned.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Damn right.
Hey, General, if I could
jump in.
It's so heavy what you bringing out. What the sad part of it all is that them, you know, the one sect Edomites that you was talking about that know that they being oppressed. It's sad that they know that they being oppressed and we don't.
Right. Damn, I'm with it.
We being treated 10 times worse than they are, and they doing something about it, and we not.
That's right.
We trying to join the empire, and they trying to separate from their own empire.
Right.
Damn.
Right. What you bringing out is extra heavy, so it's a lot.
Most on Christ, like that is heavy. What you saying, like that shit making them want to separate from their own empire.
Damn right.
Meanwhile, we trying our best to join the empire.
Damn right.
And I'm gonna tell you something else too. I watched that inauguration, right? And them ex-presidents did not look too confident. Bill Clinton was looking over his shoulder. Obama wasn't smiling.
Right.
The only one that seemed a little upbeat was old school George. George Bush. He getting all the CIA briefings, so his ass know everything going on. He cool. He like, yeah, you know, it's all good. But everybody else looked worried and depressed. Joe Biden tried to put a good face on it, but they realizing that their people's eyes are open.
That's right.
The Lord said that would happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? He said, I will feed them with their own flesh. That they fighting against each other now.
That's right.
And it goes back to that scripture in the Apocrypha where it says that they will not listen to their kings. I'm paraphrasing. Y'all know the one. Like that's the world that they've manifested. And that Robin Hood, and here's what the experts say. The experts say they got to get regular and will show you how much of a thief they are. Because the people on Robin Hood did exactly what the people on Wall Street do all the time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So they did the exact same thing, but now they said that they won't be able to stop it. They're gonna have to put regulations in place. They're gonna have to have regulations in place to make it work. And now here's where it's gonna get dangerous at. If they really able to pull this off on a continual basis, they're going to bring hell down on this empire for this reason. Tons of that Wall Street money goes to the military for black projects.
Mm-hmm.
Tons of, I mean, billions and billions of dollars going to black projects for those Edomites. And meanwhile, if they mess up Wall Street, they're gonna mess up military money, which is gonna create more problems for them in this kingdom.
Yeah, right.
And now they don't need it now at all. You understand? Right. One of the biggest problems they having right now is, you know, they in a new arms race that they not talking about.
Right.
They in a new arms race with those hypersonic missiles. They got a new missile out that the Russians just tested, called a hypersonic missile that goes into outer space and comes down. Before you shoot a missile, it went straight to the target. Now they got missiles, brother, that fly like a plane, and they fly at hypersonic speeds. Russia just tested a missile. There you go. Hypersonic weapons. Like they just said that missile can go 20 times the speed of sound.
Good night.
Mach 20.
Damn.
And it could maneuver at Mach 20.
Damn.
So it goes faster than any human could go in it. Because if you put a human in it, it would just crush their lungs.
Damn.
So you can't put a human in it. It's a missile. But it goes so fast and can maneuver so well that it's super hard to hit. They fire it up into space and then it comes down. Now they talking about putting the missile in space where they don't even have to shoot it from the ground up into space. Where the damn thing sits in space and fires off from space and comes back into the earth and destroys whatever they want to destroy.
That's crazy.
And if they put a nuclear warhead on it, it's a mess. China got it. They said China using devices on the dark side of the moon to get that missile to coordinate where it's going to shoot at. So you got China doing it, you got Russia doing it, and now you got America doing it. So they in a full out three-way arms race, and they worried like hell.
Right.
They know they're going to a nuclear war. The Lord promised it. He said it in the scriptures. It's going to happen.
Right.
And so while they ain't building up more than the conventional ICBM missiles, them hypersonic missiles are. That's why Donald Trump announced the whole Space Force.
Right.
That Space Force partly was to fight against Yahushua, but it was also to fight against the Russians and the Chinese with them hypersonic weapons.
Right.
That they scared to death of. And once again, the Most High being so merciful and so wonderful and so worthy to be praised, the Most High got them on this arms race at a time when the world is in its most fragility. The world is so goddamn fragile right now. Now ain't the time to be building hypersonic missiles, but they building them anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which means that the war that they getting ready to commence, that they getting ready to kick off is going to be the war of all wars.
Right.
That's why I see why it's going to take 1,000 years to rebuild this place.
Yeah, right.
It's going to take 1,000 years of them rebuild. There you go. Russian next gen missiles, a superior. What does it say? Superiority over hypersonic missiles. Damn. You understand? So they creating these missiles, brother, to really do damage to one another.
Come on.
You know what I mean? And so if they mess with that Wall Street money, they messing with that. And it also shows you once again, like something we've been saying for years. Y'all know this. That it don't matter how big or bad you build your kingdom at. You could never outmath. You could never do more math than the Most High.
That's right.
The Most High can calculate way beyond all the math you could ever think of.
Right.
And that's what's happening here. He calculating and moving the pieces on the chessboard in ways they never expected. And no matter what they do, it shows you how easily he could bring your kingdom down. One virus, and he put the whole world in a jam up.
Come on.
Like literally, our lives are completely different since the pandemic hit. And now, what else is next? Now they coming after Wall Street and the Capitol.
Right.
It's gonna be bad.
Come on.
Where y'all going with it? You got a scripture on that?
Okay. I don't know if you wanted the one you called for, make bare the legs.
Yes, pull that, please. And anything else you got?
Yeah, Isaiah 47 verses 1 and 2. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
This is such a scripture for these times and for what we're talking about.
Damn
Come
right.
sit in the dust, just like a serpent does. He sits in the dust.
Right.
That's where he dwells at. And the Lord is saying, come sit in that dust again. Go ahead.
O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Right, a virgin daughter, because this is not ancient Babylon, but the daughter of Babylon. And she's a virgin because this place ain't never really had to deal with no war. But the next battle might be just that. Not might be, will be.
Damn right.
Go ahead,
Y'all
Y'all jump in anytime. Y'all get ready. Go ahead.
Sir.
Sit on the ground.
Sit on the ground. Go ahead.
There is no throne.
Right. Now that's something. Like you sitting on a throne, which means you in rulership and power. Somebody come along and snatch you off that throne and throw you on the floor and say, sit on the floor. Right. You done been instantly moved from being in authority to being on the bottom of everybody.
Damn right.
Go ahead.
Oh, daughter of the Chaldeans.
Oh, daughter of the Chaldeans. And that daughter of the Chaldeans, the Most High is so deep. He calling them the daughter of the Chaldeans. It's almost a mockery. It's almost to say, oh, daughter of the great wizards. Right. Sit your ass on the ground, oh, great daughter of the witches.
Damn right.
You're supposed to have so much wisdom.
Right.
So much intellect and knowledge. The Anunnaki. And all that other all that astrology and all that. The Lord said, man, oh, daughter of the Chaldeans, I'm going to throw you in the ground. Right. All your witchcraft, all your wisdom, all your insight and intellect can't help you against this thing I'm coming with. Go ahead.
For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
That happened. That started in 9/11. They got completely militarized in 9/11. Now they really got hell to deal with. Now they got their own Edomites up in arms against them, man. Like this thing here is getting crazy to where they got the deal. They're gonna have to look, and here's what they don't want to do. But the most high power, brother, if you ain't did nothing, you go and face the east and thank the Most High he gave you this truth. Right. Because here's what's going to be amazing. For all the brothers that they killed, all the brothers they incarcerate, all the brothers they dragged into the streets and beat and brutalized and forced them to sell their drugs and cajole them and this and that and rape sisters. Now, as we get to the end, they are, as much as they are trying not to, they are going to be forced to have to deal with their own people in that same like manner.
Yeah, right.
Like these brutal monsters, they're going to have to now deal with them.
That's right.
Which means they're going to have to be arresting them. And now Biden got the White House and the Congress and the Senate. Right. They got all three houses. So the Lord going to unleash the Kraken on these same Edomites.
Damn right.
Tons of them as cops.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? And
General,
go ahead, please.
I was just gonna say, it's such a beautiful thing. You know, whenever you come up in the neighborhood, you always got a bully in the neighborhood.
Yep.
But everybody in the neighborhood, the day that somebody whooped that bully's ass, everybody in the neighborhood enjoyed that.
That's true. That's true.
He didn't beat up everybody on the block, and he finally meet his match.
Yeah.
And of course, the Lord is the white man's match. He's above his match.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And to see how the Most High is dealing with this kingdom, man, it's such a beautiful thing, because for so long they have sat back and watched us, you know, commit black on black crime. That's in the news every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't in the news, you know what I'm saying, to because they feel sorry for us. It's in the news because they want the world to see how dysfunctional we are as a people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But now the Lord then flipped it to where the whole earth is seeing how dysfunctional they are as a people.
That's right.
You know, and so that to me, that's extra heavy with the Most High, how the Most High moving on this kingdom. So
If I
Listen,
could,
you
pick
so
back what you
go
said.
ahead, jump in.
Salakia, what both of y'all are saying, General, is heavy because it just brings to mind of me Obadiah chapter 1 and 8, when the Lord said he was going to destroy the wise men of Esau. And they thought they was wise with all that biological warfare they put on us with crack cocaine and heroin and everything like that. And now it's just coming back to bite them. Terror is on every side for them.
right. This white on white crime got to stop, General.
We need better profiling, man.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we need, like General Muhammad be bringing out, we need better profiling on these white people. Huh?
Damn right. Damn right.
They got to bring back profiling. Any Edomite with a bumper that's got a gun on it got to get anybody with a hunting, any Edomite in a pickup truck with a hunting bumper. Whoop.
Oh, God. If I could, General.
God.
Listen, any Edomite that lost his job.
Oh, my God. Yes. You got to have a welfare check. You got Mr. Walensky, how you doing today? We realized you lost your job the other day. How you feeling? You okay? Any thoughts of suicide? Any thoughts of getting the gun and killing some? And they do that now. You know, when you go to the hospital, they do that now. They ask you, are you being abused at home? Do you have thoughts of suicide?
Right.
That's just standard questions they ask you now when you go to the hospital. And that's a good thing that they do, because these Edomites is dangerous. You know what I mean?
General,
God.
General, if I could, one more thing. My old slavery that I used to work at, I don't know if you remember this, the bar mom, he was working there with me. This Edomite had got fired, right? Because he kept bumping into vehicles in the job. And when they fired him, the day after, they went over us a briefing about if this cat come back in the building with a gun.
Dang.
Right. Like we sit in the lunchroom, and the table where I was sitting at is a table full of brothers. It was right by the door that you could exit out of. You know what I mean? So it was a real thing at the job though, about coming back in the job and possibly shooting the place up. Right.
Yeah, like they better get on that, because especially them ex-cops. Like, once again, I don't know who I was talking to this week, but I was telling them how we were talking about it, and we were like, the scary part is every cop that get disgruntled is not going to commit suicide.
Right.
Some of them going to decide to do something else.
Right.
And that ain't going to be cool. You understand? Like,
right.
They need to pay attention to what it is that they've been doing for so many years. And going back to what I was saying earlier, I'm going to let it go. The Most High is so amazing in that they've been brutalizing us all this time, and now they being forced to now move on their own people.
Right.
And they're going to have to brutalize them. They're going to have to racially profile them. They're going to have to round them up. They're going to have to do all kind of illegal searches and raids. They're going to have to now put the resources on them to stop them from what they're doing.
Right.
Okay.
You understand? And through the grace and mercy of the Most High, that's going to leave us as men to go back to being in charge of our own families.
That's
and to take care of our families, and to be an authority over our families and a protector of our family.
Damn right.
You don't need no cops if you empower a brother to take care of his own wife and kids.
Damn right.
Then you be able to, and as long as he's not trying to sin against the Lord, him and like-minded brothers can do all the protection they need.
Damn right.
And once again, I told you that what happened with me in the 70s, the Most High burned that thing in my mind, brother. When that cat went over to another projects and raped that little girl, I woke up that Saturday morning, brother, and saw a sea of black people coming across the damn baseball fields in the whole projects. I mean, it was thousands and thousands of black people coming across. And these were people that was not criminals, not rapists, not drug addicts, not drug dealers. Right. And they found this man, brother, that turned around and tried to rape this little girl, or did rape this young girl. And brother, they didn't kill him, but they dealt with him, brother, something ridiculous. And okay, the way they did it was so traumatic that nobody even thought about the fact that they shot him up and injured him for injured him for life. Nobody thought about that.
Right.
Just thought about this amazing event. And from then on, brother, I never heard until I left out of there. I never heard of another sister getting raped from them projects ever again.
Most high Christ.
You know what I mean? Like, so if through the grace and mercy of the Lord, black men, Latino men, and Native Indian men get the power they supposed to have over their woman, over their children, over their household, then things are gonna get way, way better. Way better. Because brothers will come together in the right spirit, and before you know it, they'll, like any man or any soldier or warrior, they think about all aspects of moving the nation up, which includes the economics of the nation.
Damn right.
If you in like-minded with brothers and thinking about the economics of the nation coming up, you're gonna stop your woman from spending everywhere, and definitely you're gonna stop her once you've created ways for her and other brothers' families to spend in a righteous way or in a way that supports your own, then you're gonna forbid her to go to them. You're gonna say, "No, we got ours over here."
That's right.
See, that's not done as long as that black man, Latino man, Native Indian man is not in charge.
That's right.
Scripture say you must bind the strong man before you take over his house. And so with them doing this is going to leave room for us.
That's right.
To do these things that we need to be doing to help our nation and to wake brothers up and to ease the brutal oppression that's been on our backs for 400 years that Negroes been acting like didn't exist.
Right.
And cops acting like they don't know what the hell we talking about.
Right.
Now everybody see it happening. Go ahead, jump in.
If I could say, like what you were so on point with it, where really these cops killing themselves because they showed up to endanger their life, and it wasn't black people.
Yeah,
they did not crack skulls and blow people away and have the whole FOP, support them. And all the unions support them, and the boys getting them a pat on the back, and they take trophy pictures with black people on the ground. So now that because they couldn't kill us and they stressed out, they would kill themselves. Because as you said, normally when they stress, they look for us to kill. But now they're stressed out and they can't kill us because we ain't there. We ain't the ones. They want to kill somebody, but Lord forbid they kill one of their own.
Yeah,
or they had to go kill themselves. Listen, I wouldn't be shocked if it come out that the Secret Service agent that shot the white girl, if he eventually commits suicide because he's so guilty. He feels so, he feels so goddamn convicted because he shot his sister.
I
would not be surprised if that's the next thing that come out. How he was battling this for months, and he finally he shot himself with the same gun. He shot the gun. They're gonna make it so poetic. He put on the same suit, the same gun. And he blew his brains out, shot himself in the neck because of what he did to that girl. But they'll kill us with no remorse.
If I could, Cap, what you saying, sir? Like, to them, those were people.
Right.
You understand? But when we was the ones, like, not us per se, but when blacks and Hispanics were marching on Washington, those were animals and criminals and, terrorists. They had to stop that threat, and they were more than welcome to stop it by any means necessary. But they showed so much restraint, you know what I'm saying, for upstanding citizens in America. And for what, over 20 years, the government of America has known that white people are the number one threat to American society. I don't even see why they haven't been profiling them in the first place.
They have been saying it. They were saying it all through Trump's administration. You're right. Go ahead,
Come. I just look at this one here. He's one. What's his name? Howard Liebengood. He's one who killed himself.
Damn.
You see. Now look at him, sir. He looked like he pulled you over. Look at the haircut.
Nice.
You's not going home.
Yep.
You not going home with him.
Yep.
He pulled you over in DC. It's a wrap. But now he couldn't kill nobody, so Yeah, kill himself.
And let me tell you something. It must have been a hell of a painful thing that you going years and years and you whooping Negroes' ass and you walking around like you king of the jungle and you mishandling and abusing and telling Negroes whatever and just doing whatever you want. And then you get called up to the Capitol and then your own white people give you the ass whooping of Sonny Carson. your own white brothers beat the bull piss out you, drag you down the steps, beat you until you hollering, I got kids. Right. Whooping your ass like like them Edomites that whoop their ass at the Capitol, they whoop their ass like they was niggas. They were
damn right.
Like that same cop technique they use on Jake, they was using it on them cops at the Capitol. Like for that moment, which is show you it was a mass delusion. Because for that moment, it was like the Lord put the spirit on the Capitol Police. I mean, put the spirit on the protesters to look at all them uniforms like they was niggas.
Right.
It was like, these are not cops for a moment. These was niggas. And they was the cops. And so now they was going to whip them the way they whoop black people.
Right.
And did that. And afterwards must have said to themselves, oh my God, what is going on?
Right.
And lost their damn mind.
Right.
And sure enough, we see the end result. And they are very fragile now. Like the scripture said, the devil cometh down on you because he knoweth he have but a little bit of time.
Right.
He know he got a little bit of time. Mashak, you got the film footage of the Edomite that killed the two neighbors?
Oh my God.
Like Donald Trump lose the election and it's snow outside and crackers is down. Like it was bad enough Trump lost the election. Why did the Lord have to bring the snow? Lose his goddamn mind.
General,
and if I could, real quick, I'm gonna let you real quick. And something else about this film that is quite amazing, because these two Edomites treated this Edomite that killed them the way they treat black people when they have a Karen moment.
Right.
Like this was one of them Karen moments where they curse you out and all that. You nigger, get out the neighborhood, you stinking nigger, and throw snow on your car and throw snow on your driveway. They did that to this Edomite, and brother, he was not going to be a nigger that day. To him, he was so incensed. I mean, let's play the tape because I mean it's absolutely vicious.
This is a horror film here.
This is a horror film. You right. I didn't mean to cut you off. Was you about to say something before we play it?
No, I was just saying, General. I had right before we came on, the brothers had just showed me the clip. Okay. And I was like, man, good night. This is horrific here, man.
Yeah, man. It was that was a horror story right there.
Go
on, roll that footage.
Die or kill than to be treated like Negroes.
Yeah. I don't know if you think YouTube gonna mess with us on this one? Tricky.
They might put age restriction, but I mean we could see because it ain't playing from the platform. I have it separate. It's not. I ain't pull it from YouTube.
Okay.
So you want to play it or you want to leave it?
Yeah, let's play it one time. Good educational. See that? She doing the Karen moment.
Right.
Yeah, see that? You fucking nigger.
So like that was hot.
Y'all right. Y'all was gonna laugh while we playing the tape. Y'all can get YouTube to ban our whole thing. Y'all supposed to maintain discipline. Yeah, you know, two people dead on the tape. Why y'all seeing this way? Y'all can't. Listen, turn the tape off, man. We can't watch this. This is too horrific, man. Y'all have become jaded over so much years of abuse. This is so much years of white supremacy.
Satisfying.
This thing done turned into a comedy show for you.
Listen,
He lit the cat. That's a lot of blood in that snow.
Kind of a
He ran back to the house.
This first part is their footprints.
Oh, that's their footprints. I thought it was okay.
Because it's just 2 shots right at first when he hit the man and then he hit the woman.
I mean, he blasted them. They didn't even see it coming. They didn't even know he was shooting. Till they got hit.
They, as it says, so they ain't black.
They ain't black.
They ain't black.
And it's funny you say, sorry to cut you off, Michelle. It's funny you say that because the same thing at the Capitol. White people's in a different world than us. Right. They stormed that Capitol out and did not cover their faces up, and came back outside and boasted about it and talked about it on camera. Like Negroes, no, you don't rob no place and then be showing your face.
Right.
They call us the dumb criminals. They were some dumb ass criminals up in that Capitol.
Damn right. She died with a phone in her hand saying, "You're on film. You're on film." And Esau didn't care nothing about a camera.
He didn't give a damn about the camera. Go ahead.
Come on.
Got to shoot in the head, man.
He's not done, General.
Listen,
I know.
Listen, so they probably think he done and he going back in and they getting to live. But they experience what it means to be black people here.
Yeah,
like they fully experience it.
Like this was a complete racial attack on a Negro, but the Negro wasn't a Negro.
Right.
So he didn't do what Negroes do.
Right.
The scriptures say you be no more liberal, no more be called liberal.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, it was insane. Go ahead, Op.
Come on.
Damn.
He running to go get the joint.
Yeah, like he going to get some more for him.
They already laid it out. He running to get the other weapon. And what he said to her before he did what he did to her was just
really was angry.
Wicked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Salaki, sir, if I could too, sir. Like this is how you know for sure there's a difference between us and them. Like there was enough time to pull them up into a car, pull them out of the way, but they just laying there because 911 comes when they call.
Yeah.
They could lay there and they could get help. But had that been us, as soon as the gunman gone, somebody coming to pull you in a car, you put pressure on the wound.
Yeah.
They ain't showing up for us.
Right.
In the comfort zone right there.
Right.
And listen, that sounds like them young boys' mother screaming for him to come back. The one that's there trying to help him. It sounds like in the background I hear his mother saying, "Come back, come back."
He said, "Go get it done." He's getting out.
I think you're right, sir. I think they were screaming for him to come back.
Yeah, because they already know how Edom. That's not a Negro.
Right.
That's an Edomite. He already know.
This is absolute terror.
Yeah, that's hell out. That's absolute hell.
God damn.
Damn.
Night.
And Salaki, if I could, sir, if I could, I hate to interrupt so much. But okay, the same reason this guy get to go in there, and I'm sure he was loading that gun up. He wasn't looking for it.
Yeah.
Loading that rifle up.
Yeah, because he was gone for a while.
He was gone for a while, which means he in a state where the gun laws is pretty liberal.
Yeah.
Now, if he was black, a neighbor with a gun would have come out and shot him.
Yeah.
But he go in, come back out, and there's no return fire.
Yeah.
Because once again, it's not black people.
They stepped the hell off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what the hell was wrong with it? You can stop the tape right there. What the hell is wrong with them two drunk asses? He up there in the man's face talking about pussy. He didn't know Donald Trump just lost the election.
Right.
He gonna run up on them talking about that. That either might blasted the hell out of him and his woman. I ain't want to play. I want to play as least possible because I ain't want them to flag.
Like, come on.
But that's the spirit they in now.
Come on.
They don't want to take anything now because they feel like the scripture said they know their kingdom is coming apart.
Right.
They know that this is the end, and it's the end, and the Most High is masterful with it. He's masterful. Hit them with the pandemic, bang, hit them back, knock Trump out the game. Who knows what's coming next? Jammed up the economy, and now they say they got a new strain coming that they're trying to vaccinate against.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if we get a chance on another show, we got to go into the whole thing about how they ripping the people off with the vaccines. I think we mentioned it already, but even more new things are coming out about how they handled it and how they dealt with them vaccines, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? So anybody else want to jump in before we wrap it up? We about 2 hours. Go ahead, up.
If I could, on the same vein, is damn near like all across the board, they being violent and taking the violence.
You got to go into this one. Come on.
Like the cops killed themselves because they couldn't kill black people.
That's right.
He, some old man there, he can't even walk straight. They terrorizing him like how black people would joke and belittle each other and we each other. He's seeing them as this nigga spirit here and I ain't going for it. He blow everybody away. This old loghead named Chad Wheeler. They say he came home, wanted the sister she ain't got no business being with this damn ape anyway. She decided to go with him. They say he came home, asked her to bow down, and of course, she let him know where she grew up. She told him, nah, I ain't bowing. She said she remember going unconscious. She woke up like this.
Wait a minute. He wanted her to perform a sexual act on him?
I think to bow down like he was a god.
Damn. Like he wanted her to do what we do. He wanted her to kiss the boot like we do.
Right.
And she did not. And this is how she woke up.
This is how she woke up. And when she woke up, he said, damn, you still alive?
Damn. What a maniac. The scriptures say thou shalt not approach unto a beast.
Right.
To lay down with it. That's what the scriptures say. And what happened to him because of this, Mishak?
They're talking about suspending him, but they're keeping it out of the media so much, it ain't nowhere close to what happened to Ray Rice.
Damn.
And so many other black players who, you had to apologize to all female.
Yes, he did.
Had to bow down and apologize to a female plant, a female tortoise, a female puppy. You had to, apologize to the whole female kingdom.
Yeah,
man, and take all kind of classes. And they parade us around. You put pink pants, you go in the morning shows and talk about feminine power and this and that. They did all that to them brothers, but he, nah.
Damn.
It's like he was gonna say something now.
If I made too slacky, sir, and it's heavy that you compared him to a beast. You say he was a beast because I have the story right here with the responding officers when they went to arrest him. They described the struggle. They described him as a bear. Like, a fight with him to detain him was like them fighting with a bear, a beast.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know if you know, but the cat, like they said on the report that he like 6'7", 270 pounds, 60 pounds. Oh, excuse me, 6'7", 310 pounds.
Damn, that's a big ass.
They hit him with the taser. They said the taser didn't do nothing.
Damn.
That's Michael Myers.
You know what I mean? Right. The problem is they ain't do him like they doing, like they should have hit him like they did Eric Gardner.
Right.
Like, why they didn't jump on his back and put him in a chokehold?
Right.
Drag him down to the ground and choke the breath out of him.
Right.
Like they knew to use the taser then. Them animals that killed Eric Gardner, they ain't put no taser on him.
Right.
They grabbed him up, and then the minute he started pull back a little bit, they jumped on his neck and drove him to the ground like a beast. Right. And kept strangling. He was already on the ground saying he can't breathe, and that bastard choked him to death over cigarettes.
Right.
Meanwhile, this piece of garbage, they allow him to just, it's fine. They raise him and take him in safe and sound.
Salaki, General.
Go ahead, up.
Were they married? They was a married couple? I'm not sure.
I can't see. But the NFL is absolutely mum on the whole situation.
They nice and quiet and peaceful. Meanwhile, every black man that get into that situation, they parade him around like a animal. And meanwhile, in the cases with brothers, they ain't none of the brothers telling no black woman to bow down to him.
No.
And a brother don't even try that.
No. Right.
That's in the world. So the fact that this Edomite did it is ridiculous.
Right.
And they looked at that like, you know, they sweeping that under the rug. He's supposed to be public. Where's the Me Too at?
Exactly.
Where's all right?
The disregard for human life was just the way he just went in there and started eating after he, in his mind, his own words, he thought he murdered her.
Yeah.
In the total disregard for a human life, he just went in there and ate, told the cops, I thought she was dead.
Right. Meanwhile, the brother got to come on with the woman and apologize and bow, right? And lick Oprah Winfrey toes and.
Listen, and if I could say too, like if you're even in this interview, anybody could watch it when they get time. They like the same damn Gayle King. She's a horrible monster. Like she questioning the girl as to why she's still with his man. Like she's damn near saying, how could you still be with him? How could you forgive him? And the girl is trying to say, listen, I don't care what none of y'all think. This is my husband since I was 15 years old.
Play it for me. Is it on that tape we looking at?
Yes, sir. Kind. It's on the same tape. Sir.
Play a little bit of that for me. We'll hang for another 5 minutes if we could.
Underlying things. And as you've had time to reflect and really do a deep dive for both of you, what was the answer you came up for yourself about the underlying issues?
One of the underlying issues for me was I never wanted to ask for help. Football for me was my counseling. It was my therapy. It was my psychologist. It was everything.
Did you see domestic abuse in your own home when you were growing up?
It was more of my mom going through, a bad relationship. That's when I started to realize I was normalizing abnormal things. I was a man at 11, and then at 21, I got drafted and became a boy.
And that was a revelation to you about there are many different kinds of abuse. Is that what you're saying to him?
So like he had to go and explain his whole.
You gotta explain that to her, like she's somebody special.
Kind of.
There you go.
But he had to hear his rib talk. I mean, she for sure strong with him.
And listen, because 9 out of 10, she knows she causing it. She mad at the women chasing him. She jealous. She worried about if he gonna leave her. Right. She been with him since she's 15. She insecure. He becoming a football star. She doing stuff to get attention. You understand? And she know who she care about and love.
And it's damn near like a woman ain't allowed to,
forgive. You ain't allowed to forgive and forget and love that man. But but this Edomite is allowed to not be charged for beating. He looked like he tried to kill that woman. And why isn't he in custody on attempted murder charge?
Right.
He said, you still alive. He tried to murder her.
General, after he told her, you still alive, he then knocked her unconscious again.
You kidding me,
He knocked her unconscious twice.
Damn. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, still he ain't up on charges. Go ahead.
Not.
But you had to hear the sister's parts.
Yeah, if you could.
You get to the physical, and that's obviously like, if it's one time, it's still one time too many.
I'm curious, Janae, did you think that you were in an abusive relationship, knowing what he just said, that there are many different forms of abuse?
No,
you did not.
I just thought we were being a typical, boyfriend and girlfriend. Like we argue and I didn't really sit back and think about it until I was forced to think about it.
Janae Rice has never seen the video from inside the elevator, the one where Ray punches her. I think it's so hard for people to understand why you haven't looked at that tape.
I was there.
Yeah,
I lived it. I don't really need to relive this.
Also, too, so if I could just jump in real quick.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you all picked up where, if people remember, they argued in the elevator. She spit on him. he pushed her and then she lunged at him. Like they had a scrap. Not an excuse for the brother. But notice they cut the tape just when she is the aggressor. Look right here. Look when they cut the tape. They show them there.
Janae Rice has never seen the video from inside the elevator, the one where Ray punches her. I think it's so hard for people to
there. They cut it.
They cut it right there.
That's when she came over and lunged at him.
She lunged at him. And once again, I ain't making an excuse saying, you know, he right or wrong. But it's like, once again, the whole thing is to demonize him and make her leave him.
Yeah, I lived it. I don't really need to relive it over and over again just to appease the world.
You've also said that was the first in life. You know why you have to reassure people and the doubting Thomases? And I would almost put myself in that group because it justifies every statistic in the world about what happened in an abusive situation. The first time, and by the way, just happened to be caught on tape. It had never happened before. And D, 4 years later, that has never happened.
All the people who doubt our genuineness, they could spend an hour with us and they will walk away and say, okay, that's not who they are. Yeah.
What do you think, Ray, when you look at it?
Wait, pause that if you could. That piece of garbage said, why you have to convince everybody, and I would put myself in that category.
Yes, sir.
Like, you got to explain to me why you still with him and why this is going on the way it's going on.
Right.
Salaki, General.
Yeah.
Did she just say that just justifies every statistic?
Yeah.
That was it didn't justify Chris Wheeler though.
Yeah, like he ain't sitting. Why he ain't sitting in front of Gayle King explaining why he beat the bull piss out of this black girl, tried to kill her. You know what I'm saying? And she said that they just saw it as a fight, and they young as hell. They young as hell. You understand?
Come on.
If I could, sir.
Go ahead. Damn,
what's up, General? If I could, sir, because our people don't understand that this is not our rest, man. Right. And this place ain't meant for us to be in here and to be what they want us to be. Like that brother went through what he went through because we don't realize that this is not our rest. And the place where they vilify black men and uplift everybody else. Once again, the same crime was committed, if not worse, on the Edomites' part, the oppressor's part. But they're not vilifying him.
Nope.
You know what I mean? They're not having him bow down. You know what I mean? The so-called black woman in this land in America, without the truth, man, is a tyrant to black men.
That's right.
And you're seeing it right here. Like you got to cower down or bow down to them like everything belongs to them, but it don't, man.
Yeah.
She should have been saying she's still down with her man, and they trying to treat her like she a trash or like she dumb for doing it. But she's not.
Like she gonna have to explain that one. You know what I mean?
Look at Gayle King's face, sir. Look at her face.
Yeah.
When she's trying to question somebody. Like, who are you to question somebody in their relationship? Ain't none of your business. Like, this is what I don't understand, sir. So many people in this land who have bad relationships get to question somebody who's still together with somebody.
Right.
Like Gayle King can't keep a man if you made them in a mold.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Sir.
And listen, the UPK is the only place on earth will ask a black couple, black Hispanic or Native Indian couple, why go separate? Why not stay together? When the world would be like, well, you should separate. Well, that's a good reason. Ain't no good reason save adultery, man. Like you could go to a slave and work for the oppressor, and he done murder your people, and you could get along with him. You could get along with that woman or that man in the house. It is possible. It is achievable. But with people like traitors like Gayle and her being a woman, traitors like that, when they speak against it, now you lower the expectation for black people, which is so evil to do. Because you raise our expectation to love this place and to seek justice from this place. If our people were so adamant about separating and going to God for justice than America, as we were with separating these young brothers and sisters when a mistake happened,
bring up picture.
You know what I mean? Like look what happened with Chris Brown and that girl Rihanna.
Right.
Like since that incident, anybody who look at his career, he never recovered from that incident with that girl.
Yeah.
And they both admit that they really was in love with each other. but their management would not allow them to reconcile.
Damn.
And he even admit that she damn near pushed him to hit her.
So, Lucky, sir, I think that sister showed amazing.
Bring his screen up. Bring his screen up. Go ahead.
So, Lucky, so I think that sister showed amazing gall, even out of her mouth, to say that she was going to stand up against. Why do I have to explain this to the world? Why I'm gonna stay with my man? Right. I think that sister showed integrity. She honored that brother, even though the world was effeminizing him, emasculating him on camera for the whole world to see, like they always do. That sister, I think, really honored this brother and showed amazing strength. And I think every sister should do that. Every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian woman should do that. They should have that type of forgiveness, which is what we teach in Israelite School of UPK. Forgiveness.
That's right.
And I just think that was very commendable for that sister to stand up against the world when the world wanted to see her go against her husband.
That's right.
Damn right. Look like that's it. Hebrews, we are out the game for the night. Y'all join me Monday night, man. We're going to get it on Monday night like we always do, 9 p.m. You can bring me up, y'all. 9 p.m. every Monday night. Hey, I want to invite you to pay your tithes, support this truth. The water, y'all, for joining us. I want to thank General Haas for jumping in with us as well. And my man, damn right, give it up. And my main man, Captain I.S.U.P.K with his running partner. I see you to find your two over there. Rolling with you deep, man. We had a good time, man. I hope y'all had a good time at home. We had a good time here. We'll see y'all Monday live at 9 p.m. Y'all take care, family. All right, shalom.
Shalom, shalom, Israel.
But the go live got all eyes on me. Give a damn what they talk about, got soldiers ride with me. And they know I'm lethal. I got my reason. Said I was gonna get it. They gon' see it, but they ain't gon' believe it. Can't stop, I can't now. Hold on, let me get the breakdown. Train to go like a K now. I'm about to let my light shine. We piped up till the pipe down. These niggas selling pipe dreams. Baby girl, you sweet as ice cream, and I need it. You better believe it. Sit back, look at my cheeks. Why you had to check my demeanor? Competition ain't creep. I'm about to take them to the cleats. They gon' get started depressed. Please not start no mess. These niggas petty and I'm not impressed. I have them holding his chest like he having heart attacks. Told you I'm hard to death. I know that they see it, but they don't believe. Look at them so misleading. 144, mission complete. We undefeated, you better believe. Fuck being equal, I'm getting equal. Drop a line note like a bomb motor. Prepare for the fallout. One way solid, what you talking about? Me and my nigga bout to ball out. These little nigga better bow out. Tell him rank up, tell him fall out. I'm on my job, I can't call out. I'm in the wind, I want it all now. Don't give a damn about the track record, little nigga, you about to lose today. Look, I got moves to make. You can even move, you can get moved away. Choose your fate. Most of these fools, they fake. Ain't got a card to play. Nigga, ain't hard to break. It's gonna get dark today, like the rest of Shauna chose the harder way. Nigga, wait out of your league, please believe. But the go live got all eyes on me. Give a damn what they talk about. Got soldiers ride with me. And they know I'm lethal. I got my reasons. I'm gon' get it. Know they gon' see, but they ain't gon' believe it. Sick with it, now you know that. Fuck the world, I can't go back. Ain't no coward, I don't know that. Bitch, I'd rather take a toe tag. Run it up, you know I'm good to go. Work my ball, you know I'm good as gold. They want smoke, got revenge naked in my bedroom doing the Tootsie Roll. Big dog niggas, I'm trying. It's my time, you way out of line, way out of bounds. Oh, you ain't noticed the line. That on my flow is a vibe. I know it's gon' be stressful. I know it's gon' be pressure. Gotta stay focused. It's a cool word, baby girl. I should be a soldier, you should be my loaded. It feel like something controlling me. Spirit take over me, holding me high and egg. Believe me, it's over, look over my shoulder. And I see my soldiers and they ain't no play. Keep spitting fake. He real, but I'm realer. Fucking leader, I don't feel him. Fucking God, I don't feel him. Cut his eye, I'm about to kill him. Wait, hold up, let me catch the rhythm. Okay, I got it, I'm ready. He crossed that line, he gon' regret it. No high rock, I rock it steady. Hope he keep it going steady. You better believe me. Certified, one west solid, it ain't hard to take. Can't let this hard as hell. These people racist, nigga, better watch yourself. myself. I'm getting this smell. Chasing them blue faces like I'm Gargamel. And I work too hard to fail. Glock with me, gotta guard yourself. You know I keep it, they try to come get me, I'm squeezing, you better believe. About to go live, got all eyes on me. Give a damn what they talk about, got soldiers ride with me. And they know I'm lethal, I got my reasons. I'm gon' get it, know they gon' see, but they ain't gon' believe.